Good morning, guys. So today, the ocean animal that we're going to be talking about are dolphins. And if you remember a long time ago, way back in October, we talked a little bit about dolphins when we talked about sound, because something very interesting about dolphins is that they use echolocation or sound waves to communicate, just like we talked about like bats do too. So we're going to be talking about a little bit more about their sounds later on in this book. So the book that we're reading is called Dolphins Alive, and it's written by Anne Herrings, and it's a nonfiction book, so it's going to give us lots of information. And so what I want you doing during this book is I want you to think about dolphins, and then I want you to think about sharks, because we're going to be comparing and contrasting dolphins with sharks at the end, okay? Since we talked about sharks yesterday. Splash. Dolphins jump above the ocean waves. Dolphins are mammals. Remember, that's where they differ. They're a mammal. They're not a fish like a shark. Some dolphins are as small as a person. Some dolphins are bigger than a bus. Orcas are the biggest dolphins. So here's the orca right there. A dolphin's tail has two fins called flukes. So you can see one goes on this side and one goes on this side. It kind of looks like, if you think about the gliders that we made, the tail fin, remember how it has that to help it navigate and move in the air? It's the same thing with the dolphin. Dolphin moves their tails up and down to swim. Dolphins have two flippers. They use their flippers to turn and to stop. Dolphins have smooth skin. It helps them slide through the water. And that's a little bit different than most mammals. Remember, most mammals have hair. A dolphin does not, because it needs that sleek and smooth skin to move. Dolphins have a dorsal fin. It keeps them from rolling over when they swim. And dolphins breathe through a blowhole. So they've got this dorsal fin that sticks up just like a shark. So that's kind of the same. And it has a blowhole at the top. Because remember, it doesn't have gills to breathe out of. It still has to breathe air. Dolphins have more than 100 sharp teeth. They use their teeth to catch fish and other food. Dolphins hunt for food in groups called pods. So a group of dolphins is called a pod. Dolphins make clicking sounds to find food. The sounds bounce off fish and make echoes. So they use that echolocation underwater, which is similar to the bat. Dolphin listens to the echoes. The echoes tell dolphins where their fish are. Dolphins make sound to talk to each other. They bark, they chirp, and they whistle. They like to communicate. Dolphins like to play. They flip and twist together in the air. Dolphins are friendly and they always have smiles on their face. And then we have some glossary. Here's some vocabulary words that we would have heard during the story. We heard blowhole. So a blowhole is a breathing hole at the top of an ocean mammal's head. Dolphins use muscles to close their blowhole when they're underwater, because otherwise what would happen? All that water would come in and they would suffocate, so they have to be able to close it. It says the dorsal fin is the fin on the back of an ocean animal. An echo is a sound that, remember, bounces back off an object. A flipper is a wide, flat limb that some ocean animals have. And then the flukes are the two fins at the end of the dolphin's tail. A mammal, this is what it has to be a mammal. It has to be have a backbone. So we know that a dolphin has a backbone. It's warm-blooded. And so that's one of the differences. Since a shark is a fish, it's cold-blooded. And it has hair. Remember, this is a little bit different. Mammals are born alive, so they have to be born alive. They're not born from eggs or anything, and they drink their mother's milk. It says orcas are large, black and white ocean animals. Orcas are the largest dolphins, so a lot of people don't know that they're actually a dolphin. And then a pod is a group of ocean animals. All right, guys, so what you're going to do now is you're going to connect to Seesaw, and you're going to get to use those Venn diagrams, remember our two circles, and you're going to compare sharks to dolphins. So remember, we're going to think about how are they the same? We said they both like to live where? They like to live underwater. Very good. And what's something else is the same? They both have, surprisingly, they have really sharp teeth. We don't think about dolphins having sharp teeth because they don't really scare humans, but they do. They also both eat fish. So that's something you could put for when you're comparing. Now, when you're contrasting, there's lots of things. The main thing is a dolphin is a mammal. It's warm-blooded, okay? It has to breathe out of a blowhole. It has to have air. It doesn't have gills. Remember, a shark is a fish. It's cold-blooded, okay? It's cold-blooded. It doesn't, it breathes out of gills underwater. It doesn't breathe from its blowhole, okay? So those are some things that you can do when you contrast them, okay? I'm so excited to see what you guys come up with, okay? Awesome job, guys.